What is going on, players and haters? It's your least favorite duelist here, back with another video. I'm just cleaning up some old replays that I have. This was a thing that I wanted to make a video about a long time ago. I ended up getting a 20 win streak on ranked, and this is the deck I used. So for those of you that already know all the cards and everything and just want to see my deck, there you go. Go ahead and mess up my YouTube analytics. For those of you that want to stay and have me ramble on for about 5 to 10-ish minutes, depending on how long I ramble on for, feel free. Thank you for staying. Anyways, the deck that I used to get 20 win streak is going to be none other than Noble Knights. This used to be like a tier 0-ish, tier 1 deck back in the day when balance was unbalanced as a skill, but this is where we're at in the days now of Noble Knights. Is we're running life point boost day. Some skills you can utilize to just make this deck better is obviously always going to be Destiny Draw. I typically don't run Destiny Draw in like 99% of my decks anymore, just because my Yami-Yugi character is maxed out, so I don't get any big like chunks of gems from using him. To me, Destiny Draw is very boring, so there you go. If there ever was a day that Konami decides to add more level up rewards in the form of gems for Yami-Yugi, I'll use Destiny Draw again. But until then, we're running life point boost day. Some other optimized skills are going to be any skill that adds a field spell or a spell to the field, because we are running 3 parallel twister here. This is removal by sending a spell or trap card from your field to the graveyard and you just pop something. So you can use that as well. Field of Warriors is very good. All right, on to the deck. We're going to start off like from the bottom up. So we'll start off with our trap card here until noble arms are needed once again. Just a quick overview of all these cards. So this trap in particular, it's a draw 1, and then in the graveyard you can banish it to special summon a Noble Knight from the deck. Very good card. We're running 1 Heat Wave just to stall the game for 1 turn so we can set up shop and win the game. We're running 2 Noble Arms of Destiny here. This is just protection from battle or card effects once per turn. We're running 1 Gallatin. This is just a big old stat stick, gives you 1,000 attack, but you lose 200 each of your standby phases. We're running 1 Caliburn. This is 500 attack. You gain 500 life by proccing it, not a hard once per turn, so you can gain thousands of life over the course of 1 turn by like re-equipping this thing over and over. We're running 2 of, I don't know how to pronounce this, I just call this the Set Destroyer because you proc it to destroy set cards. But you have to lose 500 attack. You can equip this card and all of your other Noble Knight equip spells to warriors. So you could have your opponent lose 500 attack and pop one of the set cards if you're playing against something like, I don't know, like Destiny Hero. Pretty nice. We're running 3 Glory of the Noble Knights here. This is just a quick play, equip from the deck. Doesn't need to be Noble Arms cards in particular. You can technically equip any equip spell that is equipable. So there you go. 3 Parallel Twister, as I said at the beginning. You know, this is just removal. I found that I didn't really need the field spell skills just because since we are running such a high count of spells and traps, I can just send like my own trap, which is really nice. We're running 2 Lightning Vortex. Now, at the timing of when I was doing this win streak, Harpies was still unbanned. So this was just a way to clear Harpy Slash just to get my combos going. This is also very good against something like Blue Eyes. Any big boards that you can't just like beat over with 1 monster, Lightning Vortex is awesome. This is Gwynnephar here. This counts as a pretty much an equip spell. So you can equip it to your monster from the hand or graveyard. You gain 300 attack, and then 1 of 2 effects based off the attribute of the monster you're equipped to. So Dark is going to be at the start of the damage step. If one of your monsters is battling, you can destroy the monster that you're battling. Really nice. This is like the bane of Luna Light's existence right here. And then if it's equipped to a light monster, you get protection from card destruction once per turn. Both of those effects require you to destroy this card, so just keep that in mind. We're running 3 Merlin here. Merlin is a mandatory 3 of I find in Noble Knights, because this can pull any Noble Knight from the deck by tributing this monster. And then in the graveyard, it's a quick play Exceed summon. You could potentially synchro summon a Noble Knight monster using this card, but the Noble Knight synchro is very bad. So we don't run the Noble Knight synchro. Madrat is going to be your other best starter here. It's a normal monster on the field. When it's equipped with a Noble Arms card, you can make it a dark level 5. So that's how you can get your dark attribute effect with Gwynethar. If it's the only monster you control, you can special summon a Noble Knight from the deck and then pop the equip spell that it's equipped to. Just a little tidbit on all of our Noble Arms cards here is that once per turn, they can re-equip if they're destroyed. So you can like shuffle around your equip spells. Boars is our other decent starter here. Same thing as Madrat. It's a normal monster with no equips, but then you gain the effect where you select 3 Noble Arms cards from your deck. Your opponent chooses one of them at random, essentially, because it's going to be face down. One of them, that one that they pick, gets added to your hand. The other 2 get dumped to the grave. So you're typically like 99.99999% of the time always going to pick Gwen, just because it can equip from pretty much anywhere except the field. So there you go. Typically you're always going to like choose Gwen and 2 traps, because the trap can special summon from the deck. So that just adds protection and, follow up. The other starter that we have here is going to be Noble Knight Brothers on normal summon. You can special summon up to 2 Noble Knights from your hand. That does lock you into only special summoning Noble Knights. It has a downside where this card can only attack if you have 2 other Noble Knights on the field. And then for the grind game, you can shuffle a combination of Noble Knight or Noble Arms cards from your graveyard into the deck and you draw 1. So that's the grind game right there. We're running 1 Noble Knight Dristan. This is kind of a brick if you ever open up with this. There are like some instances where like this might be like the best play you have available. But it's a first effect here, which comes up like all the time, is if you control any Noble Knights with 1800 or less attack, or actually, sorry, less than 1800, this is the only card your opponent can target with card effects or attacks. So something like Treacherous Trap Hole is not very good if Dristan's on the field. Its other effect that we use all the time and abuse is going to be if it's equipped with a Noble Arms equipped spell, you can pop a face-up card on the field. That is mandatory, so if your opponent Book of Moon's like their only face-up monster, you have to pop one of your own things. Which can be an equip, which is not like the end of the world. So that's the main deck there. On to the extra deck here. We're running 2 Sacred Noble Knight King Artorias and 1 Artorias King of the Noble Knights. These 2 share the effect where when they are Exceed summoned, you can equip different named equip spells from your graveyard to this monster. Now that effect can miss timing, so if you are using Merlin on a Chain Link 2 or higher to make one of these guys, they won't equip anything. Unless, let's say for instance, like your Noble Knights had equips on them, then they would equip on with their own effect, but not these monsters. So Sacred Noble Knight here can detach to pop 1 monster. Artorias here is non-targeting back row removal, so that's why we're only running 1. We do have like ways to deal with back row all the time, so 1 is only needed. This here, when it's destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, can special summon a Noble Knight from the graveyard, so it floats. We're running 1 Malevolent Sin here. This is just for non-destruction removal. We have so many ways to destroy cards. We also want to make sure we have ways to not destroy cards. So Malevolent Sin is very good. Running 3 King Custon here. So this one here is going to be 2 or more Noble Knights. So you can exceeds with 3. This one here you can detach like up to 3 to bounce up to 3 of your opponent's things. So very good removal. It's decently big at 2500 defense. It floats into another one of your exceeds Noble Knights if it's destroyed by battle or card effect. So getting this out, if this gets destroyed, you can float into this and then float into one of these. So very, very, very like you're very durable with this deck. So we'll go on to the replay here of the final hurrah of this deck, and I'll show you the deck I lost to, which like pissed me off because I was just like on a killing spree with this deck. But unfortunately I lost to like just very good RNG on my opponent here, so it is what it is. All right, we're gonna be playing against Mokuba Kaiba here. All right, there's the 20 win streak. It's beautiful. I love it. All right, so again, he's running Light Point Boost A like I did. If I was running like maybe Destiny Draw, I probably could have like maybe survived. If I played a little bit better too, that might have helped. Like if I ended up going for like Noble Arms of Destiny to protect this monster, you'll see what happens. So we are going to be playing against Lunalight here. We're going to use the first ability of Until Noble Arms Are Needed once again to get a draw 1. We do have a Until Noble Arms Are Needed in the graveyard that's live to like special summon from the deck. But you'll see like doesn't really matter. He opens up Judgment Dragon. He mills like insane. He's going to put 3,000 on the field here. He's going to banish 3. Bring out Levy, that's 6,000 damage. He's just drawing some more cards, has another Judgment Dragon. And at this point, like, nothing can really save us here. Like, if we had Grit, we would have survived, and like been able to win. But Grit is such a has such a downside that probably wouldn't have saved us much either. But I don't know. Like it was just very unlucky. We lost to like insane RNG. So that's gonna be the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one. I can finally delete this replay that I've been saving. That one right above it right here, this Kiyuski whatever, is a insane duel, and that's gonna be another video that I work on. That's gonna take one whole video on that, which I'm like super excited to show off. I'm not gonna reveal any of the decks that were using it, but it was just 2 meme decks going crazy for like a really long time. Anyways, I'll see you on the next video. Deuces.